In this question we have an A and a B. Both are different, but they both have the same idea, exact values, so no decimals. Let's look at A first. We have sine of 75. Well, our old rule is if it ends in 5, use 45. Sine 75 could be the same as saying 45 plus 30. And these are your sum and difference rules, which makes this to be sine 45 cosine 30 plus cosine 30, cosine 45 sine 30. The order does not change. Now, if we look at the two triangles we're going to need, here's my two right triangles. If I have 30, 60, and 90, I have 1, 2, root 3. And if that's 45, 90, and 45, 1, 1, and root 2. Sine of 45 is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine 30 is root 3 over 2. Cosine 45 is adjacent over hypotenuse, and sine 30 is opposite over hypotenuse. It's worth noting here that the denominators are always going to be the same when you have exact triangles or any kind of triangles using the addition and subtraction rules with sine and cosine. This works out to be root 3 plus 1 in the numerator, and my denominators are both going to be the same, so it's 2 root 2. So that's the exact value for A. Now, let's look at B. B has a decimal. B was cosine 67.5. The 0.5 will tell you you're going to have to use a half angle theorem. If I change this decimal to a fraction, I get cosine 135 over 2. Note, 67.5 is in the first quadrant, so in my rule, I will use the plus and not the minus. Where is 135 found to? This is 90, so it'll be found right here. That's 135 with a reference triangle of 45, which is negative 1, 1, and root 2. So if I look at our rule for cosine 135 over 2, the rule is plus 1 minus cosine 135 all over 2. Sorry, it's a plus because it's cosine. Now, cosine 135 adjacent over hypotenuse. So this becomes 1 minus 1 root 2 all over 2. And we have to change this into one fraction. We have root 2 on the bottom would be root 2 minus 1 all over 2 over 1. Inside the square root, we would say root 2 minus 1 over root 2 times 1 over 2. So your final answer would look like root 2 minus 1 over 2 root 2. You can check this on your calculator if you wish. You can say cosine 67.5, it'll give you a decimal, and you can work this thing right here out, this multi-root equation out. It will give you the exact same decimal.